Hi, welcome back. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and today I'm going to impart once again the houses, the 12 houses of all of where the signs and planets therein lie and govern every one of the houses. And I'll be also adding my tags. So of course we know this is the sun, as it's the largest, and the sun rules Leo and or governs Leo and rules the fifth house of romance and creativity. And when those of you that don't know the time of day, either AM or PM, of the time that you need to erect a very accurate chart, astrologers such as myself use Aries as the first house cusp of what's known as the flat chart, and I follow or use the sidereal, or I don't know, maybe it's pronounced sidereal system of how to erect a natal chart. But for now, I'm just going over the basics in a general way of just starting with, even though I will go back over starting with the first sign of Aries to the last sign of Pisces, I'm going over with how the planets are chronologically positioned as we all know them. And so Sun governs Leo in the fifth house of romance, creativity, the love you give, and the moon governs Cancer and naturally rules the fourth house of the home. Then Mercury comes along and it rules not only Virgo but Gemini. And I don't have a planet for this at this time being, but I mean, because I'm only doing this very basic, and so this is only going to be interchangeable. I'll just say that this is the sixth house of work and service given, and Mercury does rule Virgo, but just as well Gemini. Then Venus comes along, and it's the next planet in succession, and it rules or governs, the sign Taurus, for the second house of money and values. Then Mars governs Aries, and its naturally ruling house is the first house of the self. Then Jupiter governs Sagittarius and rules the ninth house of law, philosophy, religion, higher education. Saturn governs Capricorn in the 10th house of the career, the ego, public standing. Then along comes Uranus, which governs Aquarius, rules the 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, and all goals that you want to attain, and also is the love that you receive. Neptune governs Pisces, rules the 12th house of dreams, the subconscious mind, and any of those unusual, trippy situations. And then finally Pluto and I know there's 2 other planets. From what I've heard, I got to look into more of that. But for now, we're only currently using these planets which rule these signs and houses, and but Pluto governs Scorpio and rules the 8th house of sex, death, and taxes. And each one of these makes up a whole map, if you will, which I like to call metaphysical, astrological, psychological pathways into your deeper essence, if you will, and life's plan. And I'll show you really quick. This is a glimpse of my own natal chart, done for me by another professional astrologer. And as you can see, I was pretty amazed or floored that I actually don't have any, I mean literally 0 planets in fire and 0 planets in cardinal. But I make up for that with planets in the 1st house of where Aries naturally resides, Leo naturally resides, and my moon in Taurus in the 9th house of where Sagittarius, also a fire sign, naturally resides. And I got a lot of planets in my 7th house of others and relationships. So that gives you a glimpse of me and why I'm fascinated by wanting to help others and work through communications to better explain and express my knowledge or wisdom of this unique science. And but anyhow, this is truly something worth looking into. So now briefly I'll go back over. Aries is our 1st sign in the zodiac, ruled by Mars. Taurus, the 2nd sign, ruled by Venus. Let's do this again. Aries, ruled by Mars. Taurus, ruled by Venus. Gemini, also ruled by Mercury, but is over here as well, Cancer, the 4th zodiac sign, ruled by the moon. Leo is ruled by the sun. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Libra, pardon me, Libra, I forgot to mention even the sign of Libra, I'm sorry, Libras, also is ruled by Venus. So that should be, it's a little bit of a, Anyway, Scorpio, ruled by Pluto. Sagittarius, our 9th sign, ruled by Jupiter. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, and in its naturally ruling the 11th house. And then finally, my sign of Pisces, ruling the everything weird and unusual in the 12th house, ruled by Neptune. So there you have it. This is just another run through of the 12 houses and in the 12 signs and planets herein or therein, and I hope this helps a little. Thank you.